man, what was it like to straight up rack 'em up? You point and shoot, pop, pop, you move on. You do not stop and think, I'm a soldier of the apocalypse, man. Harsh Times is a portrait of a male-dominated world, and in Bale we have a lively, crazy, scary and fierce performance, and one that you will never forget. It comes between them. Christian Bale, Jim Davis, oh yeah. It's an amazing and stunning performance, one of the best, with Bale truly making you believe in this over-the-top character, an ex-army ranger who finds himself slipping back into his old life of petty crime after a job offer from the LAPD evaporates. So Jim is a Gulf War veteran. He believes it is his sworn duty to protect Americans by policing the streets of Los Angeles. But then his dreams are shattered when he's rejected by the Los Angeles Police Department to carve a path of devastation across the city. Then we have his comrade Mike and best friend, who is pressured by his girlfriend Sylvia to find a job. But Jim is more interested in hanging out and making cash from small heists whilst trying to get this law enforcement job so that he can subsequently marry his Mexican girlfriend. According to David Ayer, the script for the 2005 film Harsh Times was written in 1996, and he had written it shortly after he wrote the script for the 2001 film Training Day. And he later said that the film was based on his own experiences where Ayer grew up in South Central LA, and then when he also stated that some of his friends were unable to do so, and therefore the character of Jim is both a composite of Ayer and a number of people that he grew up with in LA. Bale even spent 3 weeks with gang members, police officers, ex-soldiers and Homeland Security agents prior to the commencement of shooting to ensure that he really nailed the role. Christian Bale had even wanted to do a full Ranger school course, but that took 8 weeks and the shooting schedule just wouldn't afford him enough time, so he was given a crash course over 1 week instead so that he could come across as authentic as Jim Davis. David Ayer first met Christian Bale when he auditioned for Training Day for the role of Hoyt, which eventually went to each. When the movie went into production, David Ayer kept his promise. It's an amazing performance, with Bale truly making you believe in this over-the-top character, and his wild-eyed menace keeps you watching for the entire duration of the film. Harsh Times is a very good film and will immerse you in the lives of the main characters fairly quickly and the world they occupy. The dialogue in the film is decent and is very memorable. In one scene when Jim Davis and Mike visit Darrell, and after shooting the scripted material, they found themselves on location for 2 more hours, and so they began to improvise. Harsh Times will grip you up from the first moment, and then it succeeds by keeping its fingers wrapped tightly around your throat and squeezing during some really tense scenes when you just don't know what is about to implode on screen. Such is the tension and the unpredictability of the characters. This is a very entertaining movie, and Bale is crazy and off the charts with his acting, his screen presence, and in terms of his amazing versatility. This is a crazy film, modest in its scope but very grand in its ambition and execution. The 2 main characters, Jim and Mike, bring this movie alive. It has a decent soundtrack and is in reality a diary in the day of 2 unreliable, irresponsible and crazy dudes who bounce off one another as they try to find a way to fit into the same society that they actually hate, facing one hurdle after another until they appear to cause so much carnage across the streets of Los Angeles. Harsh Times is a dark and brutal film, and this is another David Ayer's gem, and he's one of the most special and amazing directors in my book and deserves even more plaudits than he gets. A talented individual, and that is for sure. So in summary, Harsh Times is an energetic kick in the face, a bold, bombastic, no-holds-barred pulp fiction thriller that revels in personal demons, psychotic behaviour and the self-destruction of self, friendships and loyalty, all wrapped up in the kinetic vitriol of bad things and bad situations. So go and watch Harsh Times today. You will not be disappointed.